Hello, everyone, and welcome to SuttonsDaze and to this week's Phil's Thirsty Thursday. Yes, it is. Okay, and we are bringing you an epic recipe. This is just in time for the holiday season. We hope that you love it as much as we do. It's super duper good, right? What's your favorite pie, Phil?
My favorite pie is pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie, baby. So
with lots of Cool Whip.
With lots of Cool Whip. So we are going to be making pumpkin pie moonshine. Yes, we are. We're going to have two versions for you, just in case you can't get hold of one of the liquors with the other version. We're going to do one with the pumpkin puree here. So we're going to flip through the ingredients. The first one is a can of pumpkin puree, okay? And then after that, we have the apple cider. You need a gallon of the apple cider. And then you need the alcohol of choice. Vodka. It can be vodka or it can be the rectified spirits, you know, whatever that name is. We hold it up for them just in case they're new to us. It's okay. So that's how to spell it. Okay. It's 151 proof. The stuff it's serious, but any vodka will work. Any vodka will work. Okay. Or if you prefer, Everclear, whiskey. I don't know if I'd use whiskey, but if Phil says so. Okay. And then we're going to use half of a bottle of whipped cream vodka. Very important for that Cool Whippy flavor, baby, yes. Right? And then we're going to be adding about a cup of brown sugar into the pot also. So this is one, because of the pumpkin puree, we do have to put it onto some heat, okay? Because you want to be able to, I got you a spatula, babe. So because you want to be able to mix that up really well with the apple cider. So we're going to put the pumpkin puree into the pot, and then we're going to put the apple cider into the pot. We're going to put it onto some heat, and we're going to mix it up.
With the brown sugar in the pot.
And the brown sugar. Don't forget the brown sugar, Lisa. Now he's going to add in the gallon of apple cider. We had to pick up 2 half gallons because they didn't have gallons. Now, the difference with this one is that we are heating it up so that it dissolves, you know, the pumpkin in with the apple cider and the brown sugar. So that's going to be a difference. And it does take a little bit longer because you need to bring it back down to room temperature before you add the alcohol in there. Okay. And now a cup of brown sugar, which is what we're guesstimating is in this bag. Okay, now Phil's going to give it a good stir, and then we're going to move it over to the stove. So you're not going to have to heat it very much, but you do need to heat it in order to get everything all mixed together. Now, the disclaimer with this, with the pumpkin puree, is that it will probably separate a little bit when you jar it up, okay? But that's fine. Just shake the mason jar before you get to that point. So we're going to do that, and then we'll get started with. Okay, so while that's heating up, we're going to go through the non-heat up version. You're going to need a gallon of apple cider. Then you're going to need this. Now, this is Fulton's Harvest Pumpkin Pie Cream Liqueur. Baby, if you love pumpkin pie, you are going to adore this. Now, in our area, it's $10, okay? So ask your liquor store if they can order it, if they can carry it. It's not very expensive, but it's crazy good. You're going to need a fifth of the whatever, vodka. Okay, or just plain vodka. And then you're going to need a half of the bottle of whipped cream vodka and a cup of brown sugar. So Phil's going to start mixing all that up. I mean, this is obviously easier than, you know, the pumpkin puree part of it. But if you can't find that pumpkin liqueur, or if you just want to save a couple bucks, use the pumpkin puree. It is still really, really good. Most any of your local liquor stores have a list from the state that they work off of, and they can order this stuff. So if you just write down the name for them, they actually have the database that they can go into to look for all of it.
This is also great in coffee.
Oh, it's epic in coffee. That puts pumpkin spice coffee creamer to shame. Of course, you're then not capable of doing a whole bunch. But, you know, if you like Bailey's Irish Cream and you also like pumpkin, you will love this stuff. It's so good. Okay. Actually, I think it was one of my customers that turned me on to it, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was really good. Okay, so a half of a fifth of the whipped cream vodka. That gives it that good Cool Whippy kind of taste, you know. But you can get your Cool Whip and throw a dollop on top of that mason jar before you start drinking it, because that's just as good too. Okay, and then the Spiritus what's your face? It's kind of like Worcestershire sauce, only I genuinely have no idea how to pronounce this. So it's the Spiritus what's her face sauce. There you go. And so you're going to do a whole fifth of that. And it's so good. Are you going to do a little taste test?
I am.
Because, you know, everybody loves your taste tests.
I'm going to have to.
You're going to have to do a
Which
taste
one
test.
I like best.
Okay, there you go. We're going to do it. It's down now, you guys, right? Okay, so he's going to give it up a good stir. I'll go get you a shot glass. The one thing that we forgot to mention is the cinnamon sticks, because pumpkin pie has cinnamon in it. So we're going to put a cinnamon stick in each one of the mason jars. Okay, so
Here we go with our cinnamon sticks.
now do they have to put a fatty in this one too, or can it just be a little one?
I'm going to put a little fatty in them.
A little fatty.
Because people didn't get smart over last week.
Okay. But it adds that extra cinnamon flavor, and it's just really nice to have in the jar. You know, it's weird. But anyway, all good stuff. Now, you're not going to have a cinnamon stick in your shot, so you're going to have it without the cinnamon. Okay. Okay, here comes Phil's taste test. This is going to be good. So will you hold it up to the camera so they can see what it looks like? So it has that nice creamy flavor, okay, or creamy look to it. Okay, so ready? Give her a taste.
Can feel it in my nose.
You can feel it in your nose, so it must be good. Okay, he's going back for seconds, so you know it wasn't bad. Of course, now he's going to take a nap. Okay, so we wanted to show you. It does separate a little bit because of the cream liqueur, but when it gets really cold, it will not separate like that anymore. So you just have to give it a good shake. Okay, so he's going to fill up his jars while we're waiting for the other one to finish. Okay, so as always, he's rinsing them off once the rings and lids on, and then I'll come in for a close-up. Okay, so here is the pumpkin pie moonshine. This is with the pumpkin liqueur. So you see it does do that, but all you have to do is give it a good shake, and Phil thinks that it will thicken up after it's, you know, cold. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to start on the other version. Okay, so this one is the one with the pumpkin puree and the brown sugar, and it looks a lot like the apple cider moonshine, the apple moonshine, apple pie moonshine, thank you. But it does seem like maybe the color's a little thicker than the apple pie.
And it's got, you can smell it.
And you can smell it.
Oh yeah, I can smell pumpkin.
Okay, so now he's going to add the vodka to it and the rest of the whipped cream vodka. I did not heat it up very much. I just heated it up enough to dissolve the sugar and the pumpkin puree. But temperature-wise, it's, you know, it's like room temperature now instead of cool. So we are going to get that. Give it a good mix and fill some jars. Okay, Phil's going to do a taste test now. See the difference in this one, okay? So this is more translucent, but it's not as clear as like the apple pie moonshine. So give this one a taste.
That's good.
That's really good.
Really
Which
good.
one's your favorite?
This one.
The second batch?
Yes.
Okay, and why?
It tastes more pumpkin-y. This one's a little sweeter.
Okay, so that's that will determine the difference also. Okay, so he's going to start filling up his jars. Okay, so here we have the second one. This is the one with the pumpkin puree in it, okay? That's the one with the pumpkin liqueur in it. And so you can see the difference between the two. And Phil's favorite from tasting it is this one. He says that one is sweeter.
Yes.
So does it disguise the alcohol taste more?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Okay. So they're still both pretty strong, but yes, good stuff. Okay, you guys, so this is pumpkin pie moonshine. 2 different versions that you can try, or just pick the one that you would prefer to try. Try out a new pumpkin liqueur, right? Because it's good stuff. It's very good stuff. Okay, everybody, remember, drink responsibly and be safe.